So I was sitting here talking with Crispin, and the Holy Spirit just put something on me. He put it on me really heavy. So one of the things that Yah showed me very early in my walk was I had issues with conflict. And I seemed to always find myself in the same battle with the same people over and over and over again, or the same battle with multiple people over and over again. But the way that I handled the conflict was not biblical and not what Yahweh wanted of me. So I kept getting put into these very uncomfortable conflicts with people where Yahweh was looking for me to have a different outcome, to see where I was in my walk. How much was I willing to submit to him and his ways? And so I started noticing that the conflicts would go away as soon as I handled them in a biblical way, with love and compassion, and by keeping the commandments, first and foremost in my mind, while dealing with this person, being angry but not sinning against them, so on and so forth. So talking with Crispin today, and I'm kind of discussing some current battles that are going on around me and things that I see that are wrong with these battles, things where I can see where we need to lend ourselves a little bit more to the Holy Spirit, to his peace, to his compassion. And it dawns on me that right now we're in the month of Elul. I know that's just one of those crazy Jewish things, right? We're in the month of Elul. God is trying to point out to us right now where we're falling short. He spends a month before Yom Kippur showing us where we're falling short, showing us where we've sinned against our brother, showing us where we need to do better and we need to grow in our walk with him and die to ourselves. And I believe that I see that happening all around me. And I pray that the people I see this in, and even myself, will see this in this month of Elul, that they will be convicted to act in a biblical manner, that I will be convicted to act in a biblical manner with love and compassion and keeping his commandments. So we're in the month of Elul, leading up to Yom Kippur. Isn't it fascinating that he spends a month trying to get through to us where we're falling short, so that at Yom Kippur we can right those wrongs. We can ask for forgiveness, not just from God, because we can't even go to him. Our sacrifice will not be even accepted by him. If you have an offense with your brother, if I have an offense with my brother, we have to make these offenses right at Yom Kippur. So who is it? What is it that's making you fall short today? What is it that Yahweh is trying to show you? Hey, you need to handle this conflict differently than you did before. You need to walk in a righteous way. You need to be above reproach. And you need to die to yourself right now and make me the Lord of your life. Don't just tell people that he's the Lord of your life. You got to make him the Lord of your life. And that means becoming nothing. You need to become nothing so that he can be the Lord of your life. And if you're not willing to do that, you're going to continue being put in these battles that are so hard for you to navigate that you're going to fail over and over and over again because you keep trying to do it in your own strength. This is not of me, you guys. This is coming straight from the Holy Spirit today. And that is why I'm taking the minute to come out here and make a video, because I don't want to miss any of this. I don't want to lose any of this. I want to make sure that you get the full uncut version of this message, you guys. Yahweh is tired of us acting in our flesh. He's tired of our hurt feelings. He's tired of the offenses. He is tired of us constantly acting in our flesh and hurting each other and dividing from one another. He's tired of it. He says, I'm not going to take it anymore. And I'm going to keep beating you down until you allow me to be the Lord of your life. I'm not just going to ignore you, and I'm not going to allow you to tear things apart. I'm going to keep putting you in specific situations so that I can restructure you. He is trying to restructure you. This is how we go from just saying we believe to actually walking out our belief. We humble ourselves, we get down on our face, and we say, I don't care about being right. I care about your kingdom. I don't care about being first. I care about your kingdom. I don't care about vengeance. I care about your kingdom. That is what he is seeking from us. And the days are running short. The time is running out for you to receive that message. Receive that message this year. We're in the month of Elul. Let Yahweh show you where you need to grow. Make amends where you need to make amends. Stop letting petty differences dictate your actions. And they are petty. You look at them against the grand scheme of things. They are so petty, they are so insignificant. Trust me, I can tell you that with confidence. In the last 2 months while Rick was laying on his bed dying, nothing else mattered. I didn't care about nothing else. I didn't care about squabbles. I didn't care about politics. I didn't care about nothing. All I cared about was making sure that he felt loved in his last days. We should be treating everybody like that. It's everybody's last days. Love. Love. We all say we believe in Messiah. He was love. He taught love. He taught forgiveness. Why do you think it was so important to him that we forgive? We can't keep starting over. We can't keep dividing. We can't keep getting our feelings hurt and then riling up everybody around us who also has hurt feelings. We can't do that. And I'm really sorry if this message does not sit well with you guys, but I am telling you right now, I felt that so strong in my spirit. And Yahweh said, you need to tell them. You need to tell them this right now. How many chances do we think he's going to give us? How many chances do we think we're going to have? How many wrongs do we have to go back and right? I love you guys. I'm praying for everybody. I don't want to see anybody suffering, but it is time to get right with God. And I know it's so easy. I've done it for years. It's so easy to feel like, well, I'm right, so I'm totally righteous in the way that I feel, in the way that I'm behaving. But show me where that is in the Bible. Please, don't just tell me how you feel. Show me the example of that in the Bible. And furthermore, if there even is an example of that, show me how it turned out. Pride is an evil temptress. Pride wants you to think that you don't matter. Pride wants you to think that other people think you're stupid. Pride wants you to lash out in pain. And we do it so readily available. We're just so right there to be taken by pride. Man, it is time for us to grow up. It is time for us to get off the milk and start walking out our faith. Okay? The meat of the Torah. It's tough. And the Torah itself is not tough. It's tough because we're in the way. We are constantly in the way. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Let me tell you something. Where chaos and division is, the Spirit of the Lord is not. And the only time we should be dividing as believers is when we are under false doctrine. That's it. When we are under somebody who's trying to water down our faith, or our God somebody who's given blatant lies? Yes, divide, depart. Do not slander, but divide and depart. We don't get to divide just because our feelings get hurt. We don't get to divide just because we think somebody else should be in charge. At some point, we need to submit to authority. I know, guys. I love you all, but I'm a very opinionated person. When the Holy Spirit speaks to me, I'm going to come to you and I'm going to speak to you. And I'm speaking to you today. If you're watching this video, I'm speaking to you today. I'm speaking to me today. His kingdom is the only thing that matters. Go read 2 Timothy chapter 3, where it talks about all of these people in the church who are going to be haughty and prideful and wrathful, backbiters, deceivers. Listen, the character of the people sitting in churches today is no different, and sometimes worse, than the character of those on the street who don't even believe in our God, who don't even call on his name. What kind of believer do you want to be going into the next year? What kind of person do you want to be? Do you want to be known as loving and forgiving, or do you want to be known as boastful and wrathful and vengeful? I know where I stand. Clearly, I'm making this video. I know exactly where I stand, and I know exactly what I'm going to be working on, and I know exactly who I need to work on it with. And I'm hoping that you receive this message, and it doesn't just go up there on your list of things that you're offended about today, because it's time to be done with it. Love you all. Shalom.